I'm not married. I try not to speak on how married people conduct themselves. So, in my previous videos a few months back, well, no, it was a few weeks back, not even a month, I reference people that I had cut off. And I had cut off this one guy I was messing with. He got engaged. They eloped. Congrats. You blocked me on WhatsApp. You contacted me on my birthday, which was last year, November. I wished you happy birthday back. Then I go on Facebook and I see I have a friend request. I feel like you don't need to be adding anybody you used to sleep with on your social media. You just don't need to. When I get in a relationship, and this is to practice when I walk down the aisle, I'm not adding anybody I had a fling with, who could potentially tempt me to cheat. Now, there are some people that are strong, and although you adding somebody on your Facebook could mean nothing, it's just that you're keeping up with what's going on in their life. They could see what you're doing. So maybe with some people, because I know people that have social media, they don't interact with everybody, and that's fine. I choose not to accept that friend request for the simple fact that you blocked me and now you want to add me on social media. I don't play them type of games. To me, I felt some type of way last week because I'm like, I finally got over this person, and now it's like you're adding me on social media after blocking me and you're posting your whole wife. Like, I feel like you should not send me no friend requests because to me, I feel like you're playing with my emotion and I'm not accepting it. I had a discussion with my son because my son was like, he asked about this person and their family because, again, I was close with their son and I knew their family. And I said, I don't want to talk to any of them. They didn't do anything. Well, they did offend me too, but I don't want any reminders of you. So I'm going to cut your family off. Because I was under an impression that I was going to have a relationship with you, and I invested my time and money. And I invested time with your family and money also. And I was telling somebody today, and you know what's the sad part? Because I'm such a giver, when anybody mentions money of that sort, I kind of get tensed up because I'm like, are they going to ask me for money? Are they like, and I was almost gonna say, I hope you don't think I'm at, because and I had to catch myself because it was like a trauma response. Because when you give and then you're nice to people, and the disrespect that generous people receive, it's so heartbreaking. And I thought that when you're nice, you're calm, and you're not toxic, people will want to be around you and will respect you. That's the opposite. Once I see that I had strong feelings for you and I was doing well, not thinking about you, I don't want you in my life. I don't want you creeping back. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Unfortunately, I can't separate the two. I don't have any animosity, but I don't want to deal with your family or anybody that was associated with you because, again, humans like to gossip and talk. And I feel like there are some people that will send representative to be like, can you check up on her? Hey, how's she doing? Because they know I'm not going to answer them. So that's why I rather just cut you off too. Because people have to understand that in order for you to heal, you have to step away for some people. Like my mom, I don't plan on contacting her at all. Something would have to happen for me to contact. I don't, my half sister, no. I'm at the point in my life, I'm accustomed to being a loner because as a child, I was locked in my room. So I'm accustomed to being alone. Being alone doesn't bother me. Now, at times, I wish I had companion, but because nowadays a lot of people are users and opportunists, it's like, I don't even want to be bothered. So it's like, I'll just go out alone. It's fine. But I'm at peace because I put all that energy and time into my children. Like, I noticed that when I was going through stuff, or especially if I was chasing after guys, coming home to my children, I didn't want to be bothered. Like, I would lock myself in my room. I would cry. I'd be on our phone arguing. And my daughters would hear that. Now I'm in a place in my life where I'm calm. I'm going out. I'm keeping busy. I don't want any disruptions. I don't. I like peace. I don't like chaos. I don't like drama. I like my peace. So some people would be like, oh, well, you have animosity. I don't. I like my peace. I used to want to be on the phone and gossip. As a Christian, we're not supposed to do that. So I don't want to be sitting on the phone gossiping about other people. And I was doing that with my half sister. And she'd be gossiping about me and telling my business. So she didn't have no loyalty. So I had to cut her off too. And I don't feel no type of way. My phone is dry, I will say. But there's a few people I could talk to, but it's not like before, but it's okay. Not only that, I feel like I'm able to think clearer and I could hear like God talk to me. My discernment is very strong, especially when I pray and I have that moment to myself alone versus being on my phone texting and calling and chasing people I have no business chasing. So I feel like I'm able to think clearer and I can focus more. I get things done. I'm on time for certain appointments and for events, which I was never. I was always late, stressful, and whatnot. I don't have to do that. I walk down the street, I have a smile on my face, lip gloss is on. I look good. As you can see, I mean, my hair is a little messed up, but my nails were done. But now I'm investing in myself and my happiness and not trying to be a people pleaser. And I would like to stay that way. I don't want to backslide. My 20s, I did a lot of backslide. I don't want to do that. And when you're in your 30s, time go by very fast. It went by fast in my 20s, but I feel like I remember when I was 30 and now I'm like at the point near mid 30s. And when you're in your mid 30s, those early 40s start to creep up. So I don't want to waste any time. So I don't want to backslide. I don't want to be around people that's going to influence me to be off and also to where my personality and my mood changes and then I would be off because I don't like to be sad. You could see it on my face. Like, I'm the type of person, like, if I'm depressed, you will see that cloud over my head. You will see it. You will see it on my face before I even open my mouth. I can even try to force a smile, but you could see something is wrong. I don't want to be that person anymore. I would like to be happy and cheerful. But there's just certain individuals I can't have in my life. But I'll pray for you. I will always love you, but from a distance. But like my coach said, she was like, you can forgive, but you don't have to let those people in your life. That's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is not having that vengeful or that animosity towards that other person. You don't have to bring up their wrongdoings. You forgive them, you let go, and you have love for them. But you don't have to be in their presence. You don't have to go out for drinks. You don't have to hang around them. Hi and bye. That's it. So that's why I don't understand when people be like, I have animosity because I don't want to be around somebody. No, I don't have no animosity. I just don't want to be around that person. I would like to protect my energy, my peace. I want to do things that make me happy. So the purpose of this video is because I noticed that a lot of times people rekindle relationships that you have no business rekindling, and they think, oh well, me accepting this friend request or answering this their phone call means nothing. It's not gonna go. Yes, it does. Especially when you ended on bad terms, it will. Because I've given people many chances, and they disrespect. The first disrespect wasn't as bad. I mean, disrespect is bad, but then when they come back in your life, you give it about 6 months, maybe 2 years down the line. Oh my gosh, disrespect comes from, oh my, they would think that you're the item that's on the floor and you're just a nobody. Like when they walk, you're the ground they walk on, which would be worse than disrespect. So yeah, that rekindling I don't do, because with experience, people treat you worse than they did before. And that's why when you close that door, it needs to stay closed. But you could be cordial. Hi, how you doing? But can't come back in my house. No, you can't talk to me on the phone. Text maybe, but no. You see me in public, hi and bye. Don't come up to, no, don't do that. Don't call me on unblock. Don't call me on private numbers. Ooh, and that irks my spirit. I don't do that. I don't know why certain people think that's okay to be calling people on private numbers. No. The fact that you have to do that shows that you're a manipulator and you're devious, because you know you're blocked. So now you're calling me on private. That goes to show that you don't respect my boundaries, and that's what people fail to realize. Somebody's calling you on block. They don't respect your boundaries. So they're going to make sure they force their way back in your life. No. You don't. It's harassment. Somebody blocked you for a reason. You have to stay blocked. But that's my message to my subscribers. If you're struggling with loneliness, find things that are productive for you or that makes you happy, because life is short and there are other people. There are 1 billion people in the world. There are a few people, or at least one person, that you could find that will value you or respect you. There are people out there, you just have to attract them. Yes, but thanks for listening.